come out?
Yeah.
Well, how's your house coming out?
It's all done.
Basically, gonna do all the major stuff. You just gotta.
We're still working it.
Finish up all the work.
I told him that today. Right. Huh?
It just walks.
It doesn't go up any further.
Learn something.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to know you look at it, and I just want to make sure that, preserving the giant trees, I just.
Yeah, I wish I could have got all that on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
It is one
So they have you can see the list of the ones that they have to, they gotta put something back, so you can see the list of it. But that's the downside to having one, you know what I'm saying, like Gallatin and before you plant, they got an actual landscape architect.
All right, I'm going to call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Mr. Christensen.
Here.
Mr. Clark.
Here.
Mr. Herman.
Here.
Mr. Reynolds.
Here.
Mr. Taylor.
Here.
Alderman Wall.
Here.
Mr. Manfredi.
Here. Okay, need a motion to adopt the agenda. Excuse me.
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Second. Motion carries. Approval of the September 9th, 2024 meeting minutes. I need a motion.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Okay. Sorry.
You just want to make sure that you ask for approval from all the board.
All right, just say all aye or all.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's it.
Okay, we're going to move into the public comment section. There is nobody signed up to speak. And we will close that and moving forward. And we will go into the reports. The report is here for you to review. I'd like to encourage you to take a moment to review this.
I'll make a motion to approve the report if everybody's okay with it.
Second, motion carries. And we're going to move into all in favor. Sorry. Aye. And we're going to move into new business or discussion items. And this is going to be the presentation for this month's meeting. I'm going to give it over to Ivan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run through, hit on some of the highlights we've covered over the past 4 months. I've been here for 2 of those months. So, advisory work topics, we have public outreach, Covington Bend engineering study, Calista Road retention pond expansion, Apache Trail project update, enforcement, and the update on the Federal Emergency Management Agency grant. So for public outreach, we have the tree day for 2025 coming up, and that would be March 15th to 2025, located at the White House Municipal Park from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's 94 days away. The update for that is we have ordered 1,000 trees this year. That's a year-over-year increase of 600 trees from last year. We had some input that you did not have enough trees to support the residents. They went through the trees within 30 to 45 minutes last year, so we want to increase the amount of trees to be able to get more trees to more citizens. 13th annual Urban 5K. We're on it for 2025. We will be looking to participate in that. The date on that is to be determined. The Stormwater engineering study for Covington Heights. As a result of the study area, 3 main sub-basins have been identified that drain into the neighborhood. Most of the inlets are adequately sized, however, elevation differences lead to ineffective means to transport water, and as a result of this study, there is a review board tonight at 5:30 p.m. The stormwater engineering study for Callista Road Retention Pond. Let's see here. The property that is necessary for the expansion process has been complete. The estimated funds to excavate the additional property currently exceeds the funds available, so we are having further discussions to best find a route for that solution there. The Praxi Trail project update. It's complete. Sidewalks and curbing have been addressed. As you can see from the photos, the road has been paved, and retainage for that is being released. This is a couple highlights from our enforcement over the past quarter. A couple of the larger developments: Callista Farms, Coves Crossing, Concord Springs, and for those three, it's the same thing. It's just erosion and sediment control issues. Trying to stay on top of sediment transport off-site, so we're really trying to hammer that into the developers' minds right there. For Cider Grove, that's the new PUD development between or adjacent to Raymond Hurst Parkway. There was some geotech drilling that was occurring on site that had pushed some dirt into an identified stream, so we had to halt work on that to provide remediation to the stream, which has been rectified. This is just a highlight of some local businesses that were identified as having illicit discharge entering directly into the stormwater system. There's just an awareness issue that we're trying to hammer to these local businesses to keep any gray water that is used for cleaning, so that has water that has detergents, really keep that out of the stormwater system and keep it to the drains to enter into the wastewater system so it can be treated correctly.
Do you know what the type of illicit discharge each of these were? You mentioned gray water, but
so the one to the left for Whataburger, that is concrete clean out, cleaning out the whatever container they had to pour.
They washed out the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the concrete truck.
Yeah, and they washed it out on site, and they didn't contain it, and it just made its way off the site down the side of the road directly into the storm drain. And then the photo to the right is just soap water, wastewater from business activities. Same thing with De La Paz. It was just emptying a mop bucket full of detergent directly into the stormwater.
Is that one from that mobile permitting service? Is that the picture from that? I mean, how did you catch that?
We had an inspector that was just happened to see it making their rounds, and they noticed something, said something, called us, and we reached out to them, and they were unaware that was a discharge. They
probably do this all the time, I would think, right? Not
And that's what
realizing
they said. They said everyone does it, so they didn't know any the wiser that they were doing anything incorrect.
Okay.
So.
What would you recommend to them? How would you recommend?
We give them an NOV. just a violation,
How would they correct that, you think? Because they probably just have a normal, just discharge it onto the road,
yeah,
onto the property. I mean, that's
so I advise them to reach out to us if they had any questions, but I guess going forward, just to have a portable container to put that in until they can get to a permanent location to empty that, discharge that.
Okay.
I would assume they would have to discharge somewhere like whoever would accept that water. There's gonna be nowhere in our stormwater system that you can do that, but maybe Travis and those guys can accept it as wastewater. Otherwise, they gotta go find somewhere else that does accept, whatever, I don't know what all's in their water.
Yeah, most people don't realize you're not even supposed to wash your car and let it discharge onto the street. You know, if it ain't clear water, it's not supposed to go out, so.
The last thing we have is the FEMA grant process. The application has been submitted to TEMA. It is in the review process. They had a couple comments. We've addressed those comments, and now we are just waiting for them to re-engage us if those comments are sufficient for the continuation of this project.
Yeah, so in this particular case, not to interrupt, but just because I've been contacting them quite frequently about this, I'm gonna just interject here. They asked for, I think I'd let you know this, Jerry, they've asked for a phase 2 project request for this because FEMA will not approve or fund just an overall study of the city of White House, so they actually want to have an identified project that can be completed, something that we would move towards on the back end of the study. So we still are in communication with TEMA. I haven't been able to get a hold of him today. He did reach out to me Friday. Haven't been able to get a hold of him today, but that's the project because we had the most concrete numbers, if you will, the most solidified numbers for that particular project is the reasoning behind why we inserted that project as our phase 2 project. But they did say that we do have the ability and the flexibility to be able to adjust that and input another project in its place if we so choose.
Okay.
And that's all I have on that.
That's all we have for stormwater.
Okay. Other business, we have none. And we are adjourned.
Well, that's fast. Back to the old days, right?
Straighten up, no trouble.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Actually,